Why everybody is so attracted to Dubai right now. I covered this a little bit in my previous video, but in general. We have a family of 2 people, adult one and 2 small one, and third is coming. And this is an amazing place, because I lived in Russia, US, and Singapore. And we were never ever attracted to Dubai at all. I was in 48 countries so far, and Dubai was not in the list of any preferences. But it was our choice rationally, because it's kind of combination of salary without taxes, with cost that have some price here, but it's smaller than in New York, in London. And then it's about tolerance. This melting pot that Dubai right now present is just incredibly cool place to be. Because when you're in Singapore, you still expat bubble in Chinese Sea. There are Indian and Malay, but Chinese is still huge preferably culture, and you feel it. If you're in UK, if you're not native speaker and not from UK, you still will be kind of discriminated, feeling that your English is not perfect and that you are not perfect and you're a migrant, and you migrant is not a positive thing. With USA, with Germany, current job registration, visas process, work permit, prove me that you're so special that we should choose you in comparison with citizen, and with citizen we have not enough job for them because there is a huge crisis. It's every time trying to explain that you worth it, and it's tiring process, and it's exhausting process. In UAE, the difference that make this difference, the reason behind this, Emirati have 1-2 million. Not all of them work. Not all of them work for not government sector. So it's not a huge competition with locals, and mostly you will compete with expats. So you will compete with the same people with also not native English, or sometimes British English, Manchester English is more difficult to understand for not native people that any other type of English. So you live in the space where everybody migrant, and everybody is very welcome as migrant. So the quota for hiring Emirati right now work 1 for 20 for some companies who based in mainland, and there is 0 quota if you're working in free zones. That means that you not have this competition to really prove that you're better than local. You just compete with another French, with another German, with another Pakistani, Indian, Egyptian, Russian, and it's never one nation. Yeah, there are some companies that tend to be more Indian, more Russian, more Pakistani, more Egyptian, more whatever, but it's not majority of them, and it's still very diversified, and UAE government do a lot to make this diversification even more. So your kids will be in the class when they will have the best Indian friend, Brazilian, Palestinian, US, British, German, French, Polish at the same class. And this type of diversity, you can't teach it staying in France, because it still will be the main nation and others. They will definitely speak brilliant English. They will definitely keep their own language. They will probably learn Arabic and fourth language like French or German or Chinese through their classes. And it's good thing for rising person who will belong to whole world staying here right now. It's super safe, and living in Russia, living in Singapore, living in Dubai, I don't feel that it's much safer than it was in Singapore or even in Russia in the time I lived there. But in comparison with many countries where people come to Dubai, your kids can go themselves to the streets, and you are not afraid that they will be kidnapped, killed. There will be no shooting on the street. You can put your iPhone on the table and go to the toilet. I'm not sure where you're from, but for me, it's my reality for whole my life. And for many people, it's not reality for whole their life. and then like we just put these iPhones on the table and go to the toilet without care, we know that it will be super safe. It like will be totally safe. And you like, what's going on? Like, how she can leave your bag and go? Because it will be here. Transportation, services, like housing, everything is working like quite smooth. And this is the reason. But business reason is another one, because like GDP is growing in not many regions nowadays, like Asia Pacific, like Jakarta, Indonesia, like here. Saudi is still well developed, very well. Like the huge development Saudi had last years, a little bit less quick than it was like 2 years ago, but still is continue. And when you have still oil and gas prices like so good for the region, that it helps. So many investment goes. The region doing so well to attract everybody here, that it's just a place where like probably it was kind of New York in 2000, when like everything was growing, everything was like there is opportunity, there is a chance, there is a like perspectives. It's like this here. It's like this here after COVID finished, so from 2021, and it's rising, and it's like you can call it kind of bubble. Oh, we don't believe maybe Dubai will collapse tomorrow. Like all these gossips will go for any well-developed city that developing super fast, but there is no right now anything in the air that really can disturb this development for now. And it's a really amazing place to be right now. And another interesting story, that if before this city as Singapore was considered heavily like airport place, you spend here 2 years and then you go back, you earn some money here and then you go back. This time more and more discussion that since it's so easy to buy very good flats here, very good schooling here, and the program of schooling at least till 18 years is covered fully, and with university like New York University, Sciences Po, INSEAD, Canadian University, Wollongong, and so on, like you can make high education for your kids as well. That's a little bit still doubtful, because like there are some benefits to put your kids in New York and London and Germany for their development, to change the city, to change corporate culture of country, and like many different reasons. But in general, more and more people consider this place to stay, not forever, but for many, many years, and like who knows. Golden visa that given for 10 years allow you opportunity to feel safe here for 10 years, that even if you lose one job, you will find another, or you will take career break, it still will covered during these 10 years. There is no citizenship. Yep, that's true. But most of you have amazing citizenship of amazing countries and don't really want to change it through another one. So it's really amazing place to be. And yes, this is the reason why people come to me, to find a job, to talk about their career, to talk how to stay in this region. And this is why I decided to move from executive search to career advising, because I feel that value of my advice, value of my opportunity to be coach full-time is much more appreciative in this region right now than being just one more executive search person, who I was for 11 years. So if you need more information about you, for you, with your CV, with your background, with your family, feel free to contact me. I will be happy to have a consultation with you. Thank you.